What's up? What's going on? Straight to the point. Sports and entertainment. Here, late night, man. Late night. Late night grinding. Late night grinding. Um, First and foremost, man, let me go ahead and give a shout out to the whole Lions Den, basketball as well as boxing communities. We're talking hoops right now. Um, Pretty much all hoops. And I also want to give a shout out to all of my subs that's been rocking with me day ones, as well as my new subs too. And as well as the haters too, man. I appreciate y'all too, man. Y'all keep on doing y'all job too. Matter of fact, I encourage the haters more because y'all motivate me a lot more uh, than the people that are really outright supporters. So, but all the backstabbing, all the deception, the indirect snaking that y'all doing, everything, man. Have at it, man. That's what I want y'all to keep doing. You never know who's secretly trying to destroy you. Always remember that. With that being said, though, um, I got some Sixers news. Um, from a very reliable source, and um, of course, a couple of people have already talked about it, but I do want to go in depth in detail on what's been happening. Um, Now, Joel Embiid, man. Of course, y'all know that Joel Embiid has, for the most part, he has been constantly hurt. I mean, pretty much his whole entire career. But where Joel's problem is, of course, the postseason, in which he has failed to be healthy in. Okay, well, please hit the like when you come in here, man. Appreciate y'all coming in. What's been going on is, and what they're planning to do, okay, with Joel Embiid, is to they're gonna load manage. They're gonna load manage Joel Embiid. Okay, please hit the like when you come in here. They are planning to load manage Joel Embiid. Okay, how they're gonna load manage Joel Embiid is they're gonna limit his minutes throughout the regular season. Okay, and then also what they're gonna do is on some home games they're gonna sit Joel Embiid, and he will not play in the back-to-back games. Okay, now at first, and this is what the coaching staff wants to do. Nick Nurse, of course, Daryl Morey is on board with it. At first, I was looking at this and I was like, man, what the hell? I was, I had an uproar about it. I'm not gonna lie, but the the long term is that they want Joel Embiid healthy, fully healthy, 100% for the playoffs. That's what the goal is. That's what the whole prime objective is to have Joel Embiid healthy for the playoffs. Okay, so that way we don't have to have Joel Embiid playing on one leg. We don't have to have Joel Embiid having one eye, his knee messed up or his hand messed up. None of that stuff. Okay. because Joel Embiid is going to be playing with a brace. He will be playing with a brace this season on his knee. Okay, the meniscus that has always given him problems, and the meniscus in which he had surgery on. How do I like this idea? I like it. I think it's a phenomenal idea. The reason is because this will give a chance for Tyrese Maxey to be ushered in. Okay, now of course we don't want to lose another star. Okay, that's getting ready to emerge into a superstar. Some people don't have him as a superstar yet. He's getting ready. He's about to take that mantle. In my eyes, he's already a superstar. Okay, Tyrese Maxey is already a superstar. As long as he, I mean, he has superstar potential. I should say. I don't want people mistaking my words. What's up, I am she? See you in the building, beautiful. You said like it as long as Drummond plays around the basket. Now that's another thing, all right. And salute to Cypress for coming in here. Make sure y'all go sub to Cypress, and also with I am she. Make sure y'all go follow I am she Johnson. No point intended. Make sure y'all go follow her on all of her platforms. Okay, she is a foodie. She loves to cook. She gonna give you that Southern style, and she loves to travel too as well. So definitely go follow the beautiful I am she Johnson. Now, check this out, right? This is also, a lot of people don't know this either, all right? Joel Embiid actually, he begged Andre Drummond to come back to the Sixers. You got to remember, Andre Drummond had already had a short little tenure with the Philadelphia 76ers. Now, Cypress knows this, and a couple of other people know this. When Andre Drummond came there, I wasn't too excited about it. I wasn't excited about it because I didn't feel that he was going to be the same Andre Drummond that he was when he played for Detroit. And he tends to get be inconsistent, and sometimes, he's had in the past, he's always had injury problems. Okay, so the reason why I bring up Andre Drummond is because Joel Embiid is finally coming to his senses and understanding that he needs help and he cannot do it all alone, and all of that wear and tear is starting to catch up to Joel Embiid, and he wants to get a championship. Y'all are going to be surprised what I have to say. Joel Embiid is starting to use his brain now. Okay, he's starting to use his brain now. He's starting to think about the long term. Okay, he's probably listening to Straight. He's listening to guys like myself. He's listening to Ticket. He's listening to Too Raw for TV. He's listening to us because we told him to sit his ass down. That's what we told him. You said Drummond can be a double-double machine. He plays around the basket. Yeah, but you know what? Nick Nurse got him shooting threes, though, Cypress. Nick Nurse got him shooting. I was like, wow. And, with Nick Nurse's offense and the way that Nick Nurse is, he loves those European type of bigs that can play out on the perimeter. Like Marc Gasol, he likes those bigs that can pass and also can defend too as well. That's what Nick Nurse likes. But he urged Andre Drummond to come back to the Sixers. Now, Another thing that they're trying to do too is they also want they don't like me. He can they don't like me. He can also, what's up with it, Matt Moses? He can also he can do like so much. And see, everybody thought that I was capping when I said that Tyrese Maxey, he's gonna come into his own and he's gonna take over the Sixers. I said this a couple of years ago. People looked at me like I was crazy. Just like shout out to Pull Up Podcast because he did. I love that video he did on Anthony Edwards because I felt like him and me, we we see Anthony Edwards as the same thing. Not to throw him in there, but I'm gonna talk about Anthony Edwards in a minute. I'm gonna save the best for last. But like when I said Anthony Edwards can break any defense down, and he's gonna be hard to stop, especially going into his second and third year. Now you're seeing it happen, and they had to tone Ant down against the Knicks, but that's a whole nother story. He was completely destroying the Knicks, and he doesn't even need to go to the basket anymore. Like that's how dangerous and lethal he's gonna become. So you look at Tyrese Maxey, he's doing the same thing. You cannot leave him open anymore, Tyrese Maxey. And if you try to go guard him, Tyrese Maxey is extremely quick, and he will get by you. If he wants to get up there and bang on you, he'll bang on you. And if he needs to go ahead and finish with finesse, then he'll do that too. Very skilled and very crafty. But the other thing that gets slept on about Tyrese Maxey is his playmaking ability and his ability to get others involved. Nobody ever looks at that aspect of Tyrese Maxey, but people forget he is a point guard. He is a point guard. That's what he is. He is a floor general. These people don't pay attention. But that's what's going to be happening with the Philadelphia 76ers. And listen, I like the fact that they're load managing Joel Embiid, okay? We're tired of seeing Joel Embiid every single postseason hurt. And he said it himself. He said he wants to be fully healthy. Well, you think it's time for you to be fully healthy. You acted like you were healthy for the Olympics. So now we want to go ahead and we want to see you fully healthy when it comes to competing for an NBA championship. That's what we want to see. Nobody wants to see you less than 100% every single postseason. It's like the same old thing, getting the same old results. Now you have help. Now we got a lot of young guys on our squad. I don't know how that's gonna pan out. I am kind of worried about McCain. I wasn't too impressed with what I saw. I would say the last game against New York, but he's gonna go through his growing pains. But for the most part, I think we'll be all right. Are we championship ready? Not quite. Not quite. Not quite. But I can kind of see what they're trying to do. That's the first order of business is to get Joel Embiid 100% healthy. Angelo Bell, I see you in the building, man. What's up with you, man? So that's what we're gonna do, man. Yeah, we went to the circus this weekend, Angelo Bell. Man, they had a hell of a time, man, at the circus. That's the first time I ever took them to the circus, man. Yeah, first time I ever took the kids to the circus. What's up, Alex? Sorry, man, we're not talking about the Pistons. We're not talking about the Lions, or not talking about Michigan, or any of that. We're talking about the Philadelphia 76ers, man. And we're also talking about Angel Reese, and we're talking about Ant-Man. So don't be mad at me, man. Nevertheless, shout out to Michigan. I got love for Michigan. People think that I don't got no love for Michigan. I got all the love in the world for Michigan. Because the Jets are playing Buffalo right now. Aaron Rodgers versus Josh Allen right now. All right, man. Let's go ahead and get to the BS. All right, now. First and foremost, man, let me give a shout out to the brother Too Raw for TV. I saw him talking about this first, and I also want to give a shout out to 78 Sports. Definitely go sub to their channels. Both at the forefront of the LDBC community, Lions Den boxing, and as well as basketball community. 78 the general, and we all know Too Raw, top rated historian on YouTube, and is one of the HNIC of this LDBC thing. All right, look. So, Aries Spirits, man. Listen, man, Aries Spirits is mad because his comedy, he hasn't been relevant, and I agree with Too Raw when he said this. Aries Spirits has not been relevant ever since the Shaq comedy roast. Okay, he hadn't made no noise since Mad TV. Now he's gonna come out and he gonna hate on Angel Reese, talking about she's garbage, she's trash, she plays like a little kid, you know. I guess like the way that she, you know, she rebounds the ball, and her game ain't all that. Her game ain't all that pretty or as pleasant as Caitlin Clark. Aries Spirits, where the fuck did you play at? Because from the looks of it, all you do is look like you gorging down hot dogs, and you barely can fucking walk on the treadmill, much less run. What the fuck have you done? And listen, man, I know what Too Raw was getting ready to say, too. I'm going to go ahead and say it for him, man. You look like the type of motherfucker that only wish that you could get with Angel Reese. But you probably sit there and play with your shit thinking about her. You talking about you about the brothers, and you about the sisters and all. Man, cut all that shit out, man. You over there dick riding paws, a motherfucking culture vulture that's willing to give you all these fucking interviews and shit like that don't even care nothing about black folks. When we talk about DJ you know who, all he wants to see us is destroy each other and cause a rift between each other and shit, and getting a lot of us locked up, if you really want to be real, because we all know that motherfucker is a rat, or interrogation, really. That's what he is. He's gonna interrogate the shit out of everybody that comes on and gets interviewed. But quit hating on Angel Reese. You just mad because she's on top right now. You mad probably because she turned your ass down. She probably couldn't even see your short ass. That's what it is. Yeah, man, they hate her because she's pretty. They hate her because she, she doesn't go with what's, popular. She goes against the grain. She doesn't mind being the villain. That's why they hate her. I mean, just to be honest with you, if you really want to look at it, man, we always been the villain. Our culture as a whole has always been a villain. When you think about the Black Panthers, man, yeah, even though we did stuff in the community and stuff like that, guess what they looked at us as the villain. Muhammad Ali, guess what they looked at him as? And I'm talking about Michigan, Alex, in case you're still there. Yes, because Muhammad Ali is from Michigan. But I will carry on. Muhammad Ali, he was looked at as the villain. They didn't love him. They didn't start loving. They really hated on him when he didn't go serve in Vietnam. Malcolm X looked at as the villain. Martin Luther King at one. They looked at him as the villain. Come on, man. Let's stop it with the bullshit. Angel Reese is successful right now. What you need to be doing is praising her. But nah, what you want to do? You want to coon. You want to coon and shuck and jive, tap dancing like a motherfucker, man. You Gregory Hines, goddamn Sammy Davis Jr., God rest their souls. That's what your ass is doing. Only to uplift Caitlin Clark. And listen, I don't have... Caitlin Clark can't play. You know what I'm saying? It's her fans that are disgusting. But who was the champion coming out of college? Who was the one that beat her? It was Angel Reese. And this is another thing, too. Angel Reese game ain't got to be pretty. It gets the job done. There's a lot of girls in the WNBA in the past. Their games weren't pretty. Tina Thompson, her game wasn't pretty. To be honest, Caitlin Clark will not get that much better talent. So much more talent. Yeah, exactly. You said, I thought he was from Louisville, Kentucky. Who? Who are you talking about? Her game ain't pretty. It don't need to be pretty. It gets the job done. She's setting records. Motherfucker, you probably couldn't even rebound the goddamn ball. You probably ain't tall enough. Man, if you tried to holler at her, man, she probably wouldn't even see your little ass. She's like, look, her guys gotta at least be, her guys gotta be at least 6'2" or taller or something like that. You look like you ain't never played a sport in your life. All you do is look like you in front of the internet jacking off all day. That's what you look like. You know what I'm saying? But you want to sit up here and you want to hate on a woman who is coming into her own, coming into her prime. You want to hate on a champion. You want to hate on a record-setting rookie. You want to hate on a woman that's actually making the WNBA popular. One of them. You know, but you want to call her garbage and shit like that. See, that's what's wrong. Like, every player ain't gonna be how you want them to be. There are many players that do the dirty work and hustle and stuff like that. Angel Reese, does she got to improve in a lot of areas? Yeah, she do. But she's a rookie. That's what you don't understand. As much as you want to say, oh man, she's garbage and stuff like that. Well, hell, I mean, shit. So I wonder what you're saying about Bronny. Because last time I checked, Bronny's a rookie too. And he could barely score. Not to bring him in this, you know what I'm saying? Because I do want Bronny to progress, but let's just call it what it is. He ain't no NBA player right now. Angel Reese is an NBA player. Juju Watkins is an NBA player. Caitlin Clark, as much as people don't like her, she's an NBA player. Let's just get real, man. You sitting up in here, you hating on a woman that set the single season rebounding record up until it was broken by Ajah Wilson. But I know what it is, man. I know what it is. You you probably got turned down by a few sisters. Now you want to go ahead and you want to cross over and shit. Probably a bunch of sisters. They probably didn't want to give you no time of the day. That's what it is. And then on top of that, man, you hating on a woman that's much younger than you. Man, what the fuck is going on up here? What's up, Cottage? I see you in here, man. Aries Spears can't talk shit about nobody. You ain't been good since Mad TV. Mad TV came on in the late 90s. That's the last time you was relevant. That's the last time you was relevant. Don't nobody talk about your ass. What have you done? All you do is sit up on Vlad, and you let Vlad pretty much use you as a token Negro. That's what he's basically doing. Talk about, oh man, I'm for the brothers, I'm for the sisters. No, you're not. Because if you was, you would be like, hey, man, I love your game, but this is what you need to work on and all this other. Man, no, you don't know. And then on top of that, why don't you give a props? The WNBA hasn't been relevant for how long? Until they came in there. So you ought to be thanking Angel Reese. Yeah, I was talking about the Sixers. Cottage, you came in a little late, but basically what they're going to be doing, they're going to be low managing Joel Embiid. He's not going to be playing back-to-backs, and they're going to be cutting his minutes down so that he can be healthy, at least try to be fully healthy for the postseason. And then also I was talking about Tyrese Maxey and Paul George and Andre Drummond too as well. But see, it kills me, man. Like when somebody you know what he sound like, man? He sound like the disgruntled guy that, he probably had a little bit of talent and everything, but he up in there punching the air because he can't get recognized no more. He's not relevant no more. So he got to sit there and he got to try to get clout off a woman who's doing the damn thing right now. Now they up in there trying to say that, oh yeah, she's being sexualized and all. Look, she a grown woman. She do what she got to do. She's a female. Now, I'm not gonna sit up here and dig all into her personal life or anything like that, and tell her what she should or shouldn't be doing. But she a grown ass woman. She do what she want to. That's why the so-called brothers hate Angel Reese, because they don't like black women. Yeah, they don't like black women. They don't respect black women, man. You know what I'm saying? But he'll be quick to not say shit about a woman outside of a race. And look, I don't have anything against no other races and no shit like that. But I just got to keep it 100 though. All right. I mean, Aries Spears, man, you sit up there and you saying that she garbage and shit like that. Like, what trophy have you hoisted up? What have you been a champion of? You can't say any of that, but Angel Reese can. Do I think the Sixers are gonna make the postseason? Yeah, we'll make it. Yeah, we'll make it. If but it's a matter of what we're gonna do in the postseason. But I think that this plan is gonna work. I think that them doing what they're doing with Joel Embiid, that'll work. But Angel Reese is not trash and she's not garbage. Okay, she's not a shooter. She's not. That's not her game. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of guys that have flaws, but they're great in other areas. There was plenty of females that probably had flaws, but they were great in other areas. If you're looking at Kaylin Clark, and you want Angel Reese to beat Kaylin Clark, that's not her game. That's not how she played in college. She's a physical player, imposes her will. Very, very good on defense. Plays good in the post. She gets real physical. That's her game. Her game is not stepping out and shooting the three and crossing people up and all that other. Now she could take it. She could take it to the rack and all that stuff, and she could get inside and stuff. But okay, she does. She got to finish. Big deal. She's in the WNBA for a reason. Guess what? They're gonna work on it. She gonna work on it. She gonna get better. But you look like you could barely. You can't even probably run 10 feet, much less a 40-minute game. Yeah, she played with LSU. Won a championship there too, man. But what you should be doing, man, is you should be like, okay, Angel Reese, she's not, you know, you really shouldn't have said shit, but we all know what you're trying to do. And listen, don't let me, listen, on the Corey Holcomb show, don't let me get on you about when your ass got laid the fuck out by the co-host there. Yeah, you don't want to talk about that shit. You trying to act all hard and gangster and shit like that, but then guess what? That dude had to mollywop you in front of Corey Holcomb and the co-host, in which I mean, let's just call it what it is. Everybody want to sit up there and say, oh, he was wrong for that and all this other stuff. But man, he was asking for it. Sometimes, man, you got to know when to shut up. A lot of people, man, don't take disrespect too kindly. And you happen to run into the wrong guy on the wrong day. And it was night for your ass. You don't want to talk about that shit. What's up? Pull Up Podcast. See you in the better. What's up, BJ? I see you in here, man. Make sure y'all go sub to Pull Up Podcast. BJ, man, I was just talking about you too, man. I was telling them in here, man, I like that video that you did on Ant-Man. And now that you in here, man, I'm going to go ahead and touch on it. I was talking about Angel Reese, Aries Spears up in here saying that bullshit about Angel Reese. Knowing damn well, I wish he would try to run with, man, just, matter of fact, I ain't even going to say try to challenge her in basketball. Man, just go ahead and try to holler at her. I bet you she'll look at your ass and laugh. And you supposed to be a goddamn comedian. Listen, now, pull a podcast. I watched this video earlier on Ant-Man. He's 100% correct. And the thing about it is when I was on tickets panel, I was on a couple of panels, but I was on tickets panel and was talking to Herm too, and everybody was sitting there saying that I was capping about Ant-Man and what he's gonna become and what he's gonna progress into. I said right now for his age, I said watching a couple years, Ant-Man is going to take over this league. I said he can already break down the defense. As soon as he gets his shot right, he would do that. Everybody, oh, no, he can't do this. He too out of control, all this other stuff. Ant-Man has gotten better every single season. That's why he was already establishing. When he came out of Georgia, he was extremely out of control. Much like a lot of players were out of control when they first came to the league, way out of control. But that's their youth. That's what people got to understand. That's their youth. They, in college, you're unhomed. You're just coming with a lot of the players are coming with that raw talent that just need to be honed. Now, guess what Ant has been doing? He's been in the gym working. Okay, all that social media bullshit, all that stuff that he said about Jordan, all that other stuff, we know that that's cap. We know that there were more skilled players than anything. But what I'm talking about is let's stick to the game and let's stick to Ant-Man and what he can do to go ahead and become the face of this league, because that's what he's going to eventually do. When I compared him to Kobe, when I compared him to Jordan and stuff like that, I was serious about it. There are a lot of attributes about him there. Now, is he quite there yet? No. But he has a lot of attributes of those two players. And more importantly, he has that mentality. He has that I don't give a fuck who's in front of me type of mentality. Okay? Now, see, this is what Ant-Man has been doing, okay? Ant-Man has learned that I can take over the game, and he's only 22, 23 years old, okay? I can take over the game without constantly always driving and stuff like that. If I have the shot going and I shoot a high percentage from outside or whatever, that can open things up for me and you know that now it's going to be very extremely difficult to guard him, because if you come out on the perimeter, Ant is fast and quick, and all he needs is 1 to 2 steps to blow by you. And with the distance that he jumps at, even at 6'4", he's going to go around you and he's going to bang that bitch. He's only 23 years old, but he's already made it to the Western Conference Finals. What did Joel Embiid done? Okay, so let's stop it right there. Yes, everybody had a lot of stuff that they had to work on. Jordan had a lot of stuff he had to work on. Kobe had a lot of things that they need to work on. Larry Bird did. Magic, even though he won the championship when he first came in, Magic wasn't a great shooter when he came in. And guess what? He actually became a better free throw shooter. So I'm trying to tell people, like all these people that sit up here and say, oh man, Ant-Man can't do this and he can't do that and he won't be able to do this, he won't be able to do that. Trust me, Ant-Man is getting ready to take over this league, man. Okay? As well as Victor Wembanyama, I'm still not counting out Ja Morant, because Ja Morant, now he's got a force in the middle, along with Jaren Jackson Jr. and Zach Edey. They're finna go ahead and take over. You said at this past season, Anthony Edwards averaged about 25.9. Yeah, he did. Now, this is the thing about it, right? You got 3 guards, actually 4 guards on that roster that is going to be a terror. It's going to be a nightmare on the perimeter. You're talking about, let's start with McDaniel. You're talking about McDaniel. You're talking about TSJ, Terrence Shannon Jr., Anthony Edwards, and you added Dante DeVecino, man. Terrence Shannon Jr. is an explosive guard. He's fast and quick, can penetrate, get to the rack when he wants to, and on top of that, he can play defense. He doesn't mind stepping into that passing lane. His breakaway game is phenomenal. Same thing with Jaden McDaniel. He's a hawk on defense. He can score when needed, shoot a little bit, can get to the rack, play make, do all that stuff. DeVecino, light your ass up. People forget that he gave the Sixers problems. Matter of fact, he had I think a 40-point game, and be hitting big shots, and he could get to the rack too if needed to be, and he plays solid defense. And then I don't need to mention Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards can play both ends of the floor. What part of that do people not understand about Anthony Edwards? He plays both ends of the floor. Like, you better not throw it his way, because guess what? He's gonna get it. And if you're trying to chase Anthony Edwards down in the open floor, you might as well forget it. You're not catching the guy that runs a 4-3, man. You're not. So, Ant-Man is going to be a nightmare. He's going to come in, and he's going to pick up where he left off. This is a guy, man, that is hungry. He's hungry to prove what happened last season. And on top of that, this is another thing, too. He's been around champions over there with the USA Olympic squad. He's had a chance to be in a room with champions. He was in there with his GOAT, with KD. Spent some time with KD, working out with KD. Spent some time with LeBron. NBC. Yeah, it starts in 9 days. 9 days. 9 days, man, the season starts. 9 days. But he had a chance to spend time with, around KD, around Steph Curry, LeBron. He got a chance to spend time with Jason Tatum, who now is a champion, Derek White, and Drew Holiday. You know what I'm saying? He got a chance to spend time with Drew Holiday. This guy right here, man, is Anthony Edwards is the real deal. I've been saying this for really about 3 years now. I was a little upset at Anthony Edwards for a time being, because when he first came in, I was like, man, why are you coming in with this mentality? Talk about, he doesn't think he want to play basketball and all this other stuff. But, we're starting to see that Anthony Edwards does like to troll too. You know what I'm saying? Because I think he was on some trolling shit when he said that shit about Michael Jordan and all that other stuff, man. But, yeah, man. Listen, man, I'm going to do another video, but I'm going to say this about the Lakers. And a lot of people are going to be surprised what I have to say. Actually, the Lakers could make things work, but it's going to be impossible to work with the circus show that they got going. Okay? You got a shooter in Quavali, I think that's his name is. You got guys on there that are talented. But we all know that Bronny James is not he doesn't deserve a roster spot on there. You know what I'm saying? And that could be used for somebody else. But I'm gonna talk about that in another video. I'm gonna talk about the Lakers in another video though. But besides that, man, yeah, man, I just wanted to speak my piece on that. I'm glad Anthony Edwards is coming back with that mentality to pick up where he left off. Um, Make sure y'all like the video, share it, subscribe, hit them notifications too. Straight to the point, sports and entertainment, man. I'll get at y'all later.